I want to start by just acknowledging what's going on in Los Angeles with the fires. Obviously the losses are devastating. The recovery process for those communities is unimaginable. Once it's all over, think about what we've gone through in Southbury from a flood that destroyed lots of bridges and some houses and sheds and things. And then imagine if you have tightly packed communities with hundreds of thousands of people who lost everything, and then it's not like rebuilding those houses. It's just rubble. So it's a recognition that weather disasters are more common and more harmful. And one of the things that is an unfortunate part of this is the political finger pointing, where people say in the midst of a tragedy, it is your fault. You did this. That person did that. Now, to be fair, when there is a school shooting, it doesn't take long for us to say, can we please start doing something about this? And if this were a fire disaster in the Deep South, we might say, can you people please start cluing into global warming? And that's one thing. And I think that's legitimate because it's about accountability and it's about responsibility and it's about saying, let's have an honest appraisal about what's going on to try to make things better. But one of the things that we saw this past week in Los Angeles is lies. Oh, this is because of these birds. Your environmental kookiness with these birds caused these fires. Budget cuts to water caused fires. When these things are demonstrably false, they're not true. And so in the middle of the chaos, it's okay to start saying, how do we become accountable and how do we make this better in the future? It is not okay to lie about the New Orleans the New Orleans guy who ran over people and say this is all because of the border, when it turns out it's an American citizen. This gets to the point of the importance of facts and truth as opposed to the manipulation of lies as an alternative to truth, alternative facts. And that issue, how do we deal with a country that more and more is going to have to solve problems, but at the core, the base of every problem, nothing is better when half the country says, this is not a microphone. It is a microphone. Maybe it's a bad microphone. Maybe it's a good microphone. Maybe it's a tall one, a short one, too loud, too quiet. Those are all opinions, and we can disagree on that, but it is a microphone. This did not happen because of birds. This did not happen because of budget cuts. How much it had to happen with global warming, that can be debated, but we're going to need to be truthful about how we address these issues and the problem. And that's going to be one of the subjects of rallies ongoing in 2025. The last election showed that this country is very, very well prepared to say, we're okay with what happened on January 6th. We're okay with other things. The importance of telling the truth is going to be a real theme that we're going to have.